Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. Today I'd like to talk about luxury pens. Luxury pens. And Archie's been a huge fan of luxury pens, and I got to say this much. Since the global financial crisis has hit there, I've kind of more been a watch person than pens, and I used to love fine writing instruments. And I've owned a lot of fucking impressive pens, and when I started to earn money in my own little small business when I was in high school, one of the first things I bought, besides an Omega Seamaster, was I bought a Parker gold-plated fountain pen. Lovely fountain pen. And it was only gold plated, but it was an expensive purchase at the time for a high school student. And when I went into the workforce, one of the first things I bought was a Mont Blanc pen. That's right, a Mont Blanc. I bought the classic black Mont Blanc pen, which is it was an okay pen. It's got the solid gold nib, and it was a reasonable pen. I gotta say, I really wasn't that impressed with it. I mean, it was fucking plastic. It's resin, that's their black sort of pen there, and I had a bit of trouble with it. It lasted, I had it for a good number of years, but it started to, it didn't seal properly with the lid. It had a number of issues with it, and Mont Blanc they're a bunch of mean fuckers to deal with. They charge you every fucking chance they get. They charge, and it's kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you. And I remember I bought the rollerball, the pencil. I had the full set, and I bought the Mont Blanc leather pouch, the Florentine Mont Blanc leather pouch, and I actually sold most of it off on eBay. And I've always loved pens. I love buying quality pens. And another pen I've really enjoyed has been the Parker Duofold. And I remember when they released the Duofold was sort of their Rolls-Royce Parker pen. And I'd used Parker pens when I was in grade 4 or 5 at school, and my grandmother was a cleaner and used to pinch them she used to work at a very posh private school. She'd find them lying around and she'd give them to me, and so I acquired a taste for quality pens. I think I was in grade 4, and I loved my Parker at the time, and The Duofold, I've got a great love of the Duofold. I remember when they released, very much by royal appointment, and wonderful presentation box. And I ended up buying a beautiful Duofold set, but I sold years later due to personal reasons. And when I was back in the boiler room scheme again, the first thing I've done is when I've bought some gifts for my wife, I've also bought some beautiful pens for her and for myself. And I bought her a beautiful Mont Blanc Solitaire ballpoint in the burgundy red. And I also bought her the Mont Blanc holder, the pen holder, in the leather for her. And another great pen, which I'm actually using at the moment, is a Cartier Must pen. And I gotta say that the Must fountain pen, I love it because it's not fucking resin. A lot of the newer Cartier pens now, like the Diablo, their resin part is all fucking plastic, whereas this pen here is actually a lacquered pen, so it's a metal pen, and it's weighty, it's more balanced, and it's not gonna fucking crack. And I do love the Cartier pens there. It's got a lovely nib, and one thing I love about fountain pens is that you can use an exotic color. Like I really love the brown. I use brown ink, and I'm going to change to an equally exotic color, like a sapphire blue maybe. I'm going to have a bit of a look around there, but I've also just bought I've already got I've got a Parker Duofold Millennium Edition. That was a great pen. I got that from a friend who was on the bones of his ass, so he sold it to me, and I'm happy to have that. I've also bought 3 other Parker Duofolds from him, and that's the fountain pen, the pencil, and the ball pen. So that's a good combination there. I've got a very interesting Dunhill. It's a silver Dunhill Millennium, I think it is, and it's just such a modern, chic pen. I saw that. I was selling some stuff for a friend, and I thought, fuck it, I'll buy that. That's a gorgeous pen. And it's been a really nice pen. I've got a nice DuPont. DuPont hasn't really impressed me much. It was some people get really carried away with DuPont, but it's not really my cup of tea. I've got a couple Mont Blancs, but no more fountain pens. I had so much fucking trouble with the reservoir in the Mont Blanc fountain pen. It sort of fucking scared me away from the bastard. So yeah, we're a bit out of those there, but in all honesty there, I think in the fountain pen, I really love the Cartier. It's just wonderful to write with, and it's a quality pen. I suppose, if I really wanted to go into it, I think the Omas, OMAS, they're a fantastic pen. I wouldn't mind getting an Omas. That's a great brand. There's a few other brands that are really good there. I've been told the Cartier brand is sort of like the Tag Heuer of the fountain pen range, and I don't know. I've always liked Cartier stuff, so I've kind of, I don't mind Cartier stuff, but I'm interested to hear what some real pen experts have to say on it. But this is just my little humble pen collection, and I'd certainly like to hear your thoughts on it. And if you've got some recommendations, I really want to get a luxury fountain pen not far down the track there. And I gotta say, one company who really did impress me, although I don't have them anymore because I gave them to my son, is actually Cross. They warrant their pens really well. Unlike Mont Blanc, who fucking see customers as a resource to be raped, Cross actually stands by their word and fucking looks after their customer. I've been really impressed with Cross, although Cross isn't really true luxury. It's sort of, they're getting up there, but I'm trying to work out what sort of pen should I get there. I want something. I've got some basic Mont Blancs. I've got a few interesting pens in my collection, but I want a real fuck off piece, and I'm thinking Omas. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you think.